Hey there guys, welcome to another Railroader video. Today this is kind of just going to be a playthrough of part, I think 5. Now I have been playing a tiny bit because we have surely expanded the map some. But this is part 5 of what I've been putting on YouTube, trying to get some things together, maybe cut out some of the more boring parts, but not much has been boring. It's been a bit hair pulling and gnashing of teeth because I might not have done things the right way. So you start obviously in Whittier, which is right up here. So we did that, right? We ran some jobs. We extended to Ayla. We built a bridge into Bryson City, and from there I was just feeling kind of zany. Felt like doing something else, so I bought the trackage rights and the interchange from the Class 1 at Sylva. And in hindsight, I'm thinking maybe I should have not done that and continued westward to the Larka Junction and, of course, down into Andrews. But alas, I'm slowly getting the hang of things. So we'll go and take a quick tour real quick, just in case those may not be aware of the area or know what's going on. So I've expanded quite a bit, and it is a hell of a run back and forth. So we'll hop down to the interchange and show you what's what here. Let's get in the 2 keys, shall we? So this is your interchange here. So this continues on basically to nowhere. IRL, that would go, of course, into Asheville, North Carolina. So down here is the interchange. It's pretty girthy. You've got 3 tracks to work with, which is nice. And then you'll come out of here alongside the river and into Sylva. Now, Sylva's a pretty good size area. I'd say, you know, production-wise and industry-wise, there's probably a little bit more going on than Bryson. Bryson's got a lot of things near it, but I'd say Sylva's more centralized. So you've got a tannery and a couple other things going on here. I have a couple of cars that are going back to the interchange, sat right here. There's a paper maker, so I've got a couple of cars sat there for that. And then something that is actually profitable quite a bit is pulpwood. So one of the jobs that you'll bring the pulpwood to is, let's go ahead and click on it here, is Parsons Tannery. So we'll click on that. So that's one of these tracks. That's this over here, and then this right here. And then what I've been doing is Sylva paperboard. So that's right there as well. There, let's scooch the camera. Sylva paperboard's got quite a few tracks. This is the other track here. Let me move this thing out of the way. In the background there near that warehouse. And paperboard can be quite profitable, but you're going to need the bulkhead cars to use the pulpwood. So if you hit Shift T to look at the cars you'll need for that, we'll scroll down. You'll go to that. So you can either get the F50 or the 40-foot pulpwood rack. Both, I think, are generally about a grand each. I'm saving a little bit due to my discount and quality of service, if you will. But so I've got 2 of those. I'd like to get a lot more because I'll go ahead and pop this open. Sadly, nothing is there. Let's try and look at our finances. Okay, let's see. Passengers, wages. So one of these payouts, here it is, freight. So Sylva paperboard, I got a $300 payout, which was pretty chunk, that had to do with bringing some of that pulpwood in. So to get the pulpwood and bring it back here, it is a service that you, as the player or the train operator, has to go source out yourself. It's not the kind of deal where a car is going to show up at the interchange. You're just going to take it to the industry and be done. That's not how these types of services work. But you go and get it from Barker's Creek Pulpwood Spur, which is currently where I have some cars set as we speak. It says the Creek Pulpwood Spur produces 6 cars of pulpwood per day. So we'll go ahead and click on that, and it'll zoom us down there. And you can see my 2 bulks down here are ready to go. They are chock full. Let's see if I can, man, sometimes fighting with this camera is a challenge on its own. All right, so you can see they are chock full. Now, these things take a while to load. You'll probably get a half a car worth in about half a day, and then a total in about a day as well. So what I do is I generally work my jobs, my daily up and down the line, and then I'll bring these down here, just let them set overnight, and then I'll go and pick them up the next night and take them on back. But they're currently full. So just to know how much you can carry total, it's 50 ton per. So we're down to Sylva. We got the interchange. We're working some jobs. There's quite a bit of stuff if you accept some jobs in Sylva that's all right here. So you don't have to go too far unless you keep accepting jobs to the west. Now, there are several stations. There's one in Sylva, and then there's this one, which is Dillsboro, which is where we are currently sat with the predicament that we are in. And here you can see a weird arrangement of my very dirty, let me go ahead and do this. We'll hop out and have a peek. My very dirty Connie back here. And what's neat about this is the more you use these engines, so when you get it, you start using, say you just started the game, you've got your two engines, they're very shiny, it's like they've been polished, essentially. The more you use them, the kind of grimier they look, and I kind of like the way they look like this. They look, well used, well worn. That, and this sucker is considerably damaged. So I'm going to go ahead and click it, and as you can see, the condition is 12%. I don't know how it got that bad. I've been using the crap out of it, but it has. So what that does not only changes how it looks, but it also changes how it operates, because I run out of steam and water really quick. I still got 4 tons of coal, but this thing, I guess it's due to leakage and things like that. And you just, it siphons water so fast. So currently what I have this thing set up, this is my freight engine right here. And then the old the two tinny wheelers, this is my passenger engine. So they run up and down the line and hit all the stations and pick up passengers. So I hit quite a predicament earlier where this thing just totally is crapped out, ran out of water. I'm tired of fighting with it, so I'm going to take it back to the shop. Now, it's a long way. The engine shop is way the heck back down in Whittier. But if you look at this, go to locations, milestones. You've got a Dillsboro yard, which is where we are at now. So a yard will flesh out here, as well as engine service. So if I had that, I could just build the engine service here, hire a crew here to fix her, and leave her here. But I currently do not have that. So my current situation is $3,615, but as you can see, my current loan is $7,000. I'm not trying to take that any higher, so we're just going to have to take the hard road and take this sucker back onto Whittier and get her fixed up. But we have got some stuff that came in on the Sylva interchange overnight. So we got Locus Pinco. That's actually right here. So that one's going right there. We got Dillsboro Freight House, which is right down there. And what's kind of a pain in the butt with these is like this is a fuel track, right? And then right back there is the freight house. So that's, that can be kind of an issue, having to swap stuff around quite a bit. And then I've had the slave mica and schist. It's fun to say. That's the first car I've gotten of this. And this is going up the road a little bit. Let's see, how many miles? 4 miles. And then these, the green tags obviously are going on to Bryson. And then these are my coaches, which are chock full of passengers. So if you still have passengers or run passenger ops, you can make some good money. Now, I'm not too worried about switching out stuff presently. I need to go get this thing fixed while there's daylight. It's 8 a.m. currently. I need to go get this sucker fixed. So what I'm going to do is pull these two cars off. I'm going to leave them in this middle track here, and then on the way back into Sylva, then I will go ahead and switch those out. But first things first, we need to top these suckers off. So kind of low on coal. I'm hoping this thing makes it back, and it's got a decent amount of water. This one here has got plenty of coal but no water. So luckily at Dillsboro, you've got a spout Right, yeah. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling forward here. We'll select it, and we got to go up there and top it off. So if this thing runs out of coal, at least I'll have the Connie, which still has coal, to kind of be set up as a multiple unit deal. As of right now, it is dead in tow. So we'll go ahead and throw the brakes off. And then we got the long journey on up to Whittier and then all the way on to Bryson. So I'm going to get right here where I can get it set up, and then we'll cut those cars off on the middle track. Let's see if I can pop that hatch. And slam them down. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. Let's see. No, I'm gonna need to go forward a skizosh more. We don't need too much water in this thing, so I'm not gonna fill it all the way. A little bit forward. Let's see. No, okay, so let's go ahead and get on up here. Sometimes it'd be like that. Oh, no, let's ladder, please. Climb the ladder. The jungle gym, railroad jungle gym. Yep, need to go forward a bit more. And that ought to do it. Come on, Bubba. Hey, I need water. All right, let's go backwards now. See, this is the stuff you can run into in a railroader. Just a skosh. Just a skosh. There we go. Tie it down. All right, she's getting water. We'll go ahead and pop this one's hatch in the meantime, in preparation while that one's filling. We will go ahead and cut off these two Dillsborough cars. And maybe we'll try a little kicking. Now, I know it can be done. That's what I like about, you know, the car action within Railroader, is kicking stuff. So maybe we'll try that. Let's go ahead and close that one off. We'll open the coupler. All right, almost 3,000 gallons. I reckon, well, no, we won't fill it up because we're going to have to stop and get coal anyway. So let's go ahead and go forward on this. Probably shouldn't have uncoupled yet, but I don't believe it'll recouple. Actually, it did. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that yet. Darn tootin'. Yeah, it did. Okay, so we gotta open it back up because it's got the brakes locked down. There we go. Now forward. Let's see. Get right in line with the spout. Bring it over there. Is that it? Is that on the money? Yeah, baby. As soon as you see it tip down, you're good. And we're getting water back in the Connie, so we should have some pushing power as well. Because the other thing, when it starts to deteriorate and get in the sad state that it is currently in, is your power output. I was pulling like a 10-car train. It wasn't but about 700, 800 ton. And I was crawling. It was doing maybe 12 mile an hour decently on some of the wide open sections. So it's high time we get this thing repaired. It's going to cost us some money, but it's just, you know, it's got to be done. So she's filling up. She don't hold too much water. Holds more coal than water. Now we can go ahead and decouple. We'll go ahead and cut that off. And what we'll do is we'll pull back. And let's see. We're still using that. Let's make sure we have it. So if you want to use DPU, let's click this engine. And it is. So it's cut out and it's MU'd. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and click this one. We'll select it. That is ours. and we'll run this this couple of car cut back as soon as she's done filling up. All right, we are ready to roll. In reverse. We'll hop on this boxcar here. Look out for the switch. Another little fun fact, just for those that may be unawares, you can still lean just like you can in the locomotive cab with Q and E key when you're riding a car. Can't remember if switch stands on this side or the other side. And we're gonna shove these and see how it works. It should work as normal, I would imagine. Got about 2 cars worth. Should be coming up any second here. I'll go ahead and hop down. Two cars. 1.5. 1. Should come to a nice gentle stop. Just want to get over that switch. There we go. Right. All right. So back forward. All right. Let's make sure our... Yeah, so we're going to set these cars in the middle. That way I can work them a bit later. But we're going to kick them. And see what happens here. No, wait for me. Wait. Get a decent speed up. We're going to do that. All right, we'll go ahead and close that angle cock. Couple it. Brake. And there they go. Very cool. A friggin' rail sim where you can actually kick cars. How about that? They didn't go very far, but of course, you know, something you would do to, you know, make that a little bit more buttery is use the handbrakes. Now, if you're using or playing multiplayer, you can have a couple of guys, a couple of brakemen on each car and use the handbrakes as necessary and just keep the air bottled. So they'll go a bit further. All right, let's get back down here. We'll throw the switch. We'll get our train and we'll head on down. We've got to make stops at the passenger stations as well. Throw that switch back forward. We'll go ahead and hop on and ride back forward. So I should already have customers or paying fares on board. $60 out of $60, $120. I would highly recommend buying an extra passenger car as soon as you can, if you're just starting out, of course. A little bit of loco brake. Let's just ease her in there. We got to work these customers on the way up in there as well. This slate and mica and schist. That's a collection of words that, you know, the English language. What a gem. All right, let's hit it. A little bit slower. We do have passengers up there. And you hit some of these cars too fast, you will absolutely damage them. A couple of my coaches might be a little damaged. All right, so I think she's about ready to roll. Let's go up here and check this switch. Make sure it's lined. It sure is. So let's go ahead and get out of Dodge. Get these customers on to where they need to go. I keep calling them customers. I mean, they are customers of the railroad, but passengers, geez. All right, we are rolling westbound back towards Bryson at a pretty decent rate of speed. Don't want to go too quick on some of these, and I'm just noticing the sound when you've got 2 or 3 or hell even 4 engines working in tandem like that. The kind of the same wavelength that they're on does weird things. I feel like I'm underwater the way I'm listening to this. So let's go ahead and see where this slay and schist is. Slay mica and schist, sorry, because that's the only one that we got to worry about between here and Whittier anyway. Let's see. So we want to open. Oh no, we want to do that. We need to stop for passengers at Wilmot as well. So let's go ahead and see. Dang it. Alright, we're going 35. Let's go ahead and pull back on the rig a little bit. So we'll open that. Slay mica and schist. Here it is. Alright, so it looks like my contract is about to expire. So it is actually right here in Wilmot. Okay, so that's good. So what we can do is we will load up our passengers here at Wilmot. We'll go ahead and push the train forward. We'll cut that low side gun back, and then we'll go ahead and shove it right in. That's why I like kind of planning out what I'm going to do before I go on my daily, just so keeping the moves minimal cuts time down massively. Here we go through the Cowie Tunnel. Should probably go ahead and slow down a skosh. This is the tunnel rumored to be haunted in real life, as a lot of this railroad was built by convict labor in very poor conditions, and a lot of the guys died in very horrible ways, and a lot of them were due to river crossings because they had chains on and they were carrying rocks and stuff like that, and it was tough work. So a lot of them drowned, a lot of them died in cave-ins and things like that. But on the top of that tunnel, on the side of that mountain, is where they buried them in unmarked graves. So there are tales of riding the GSMR. I'll leave it for other channels to go over that kind of stuff, but there are tales. We'll just leave it at that. Anyhow, we have crossed the river. We're back on this side of land. That is the only tunnel on the map anyway in Railroader. We're just going to run this train down to Wilmot. We got quite a ways to go, but we'll just go ahead and check out the scenery for the time being, just in case you're interested what this area looks like or how the journey is, if you're not familiar with this side of the map yet or whatnot. And plus, I haven't done a full run of this area yet, so we'll just sit back and enjoy the ride till we get down to Wilmot. All right, we're going to wait at Wilmot Station. It is but a little shack in the proverbial middle of nowhere, kind of like Ayla. But we'll sit down here and wait for the train to arrive. Then we got to cut off that car, back up, and put it on this track over to the side. I feel like the sounds are kind of doing some weird stuff again. You'll get that weird jittery bell sound. Now I got to make sure we stop the coaches right in the middle of the two. And I believe you can actually serve this platform with, oh no, it's another place I'm thinking of. There's actually a couple tracks you can serve a lot of coaches at. All right, slow down a little bit. No, we want to go forward some more. Just get them in there. And easy does it. All right, they should start disembarking. Well, those who are getting off here. So we got a couple getting off on the front car. A couple getting off on the back. Let's get up and over and see if we can actually back up here. Do we have room? Just. Okay. So I have already got my cars set up to head to Bryson Station and Whittier. And we just got 27 bucks. So 27 bucks for just this little tiny place. That ain't too shabby. So just this car here is going right here. Let's go ahead and take a peek where it's going. That middle track there, good deal. So we'll go ahead and cut it off. Our train is getting smaller. And we'll throw them backwards. There we go. Now we don't have to go all the way back. Oh yeah, actually we do. Let's make sure this track is cut over. Now it is. There we go. All right, that just about ought to do it right there. Now we'll go ahead and hop on the front. I love seeing the little character holding on there. That's pretty neat. Go ahead and shun it forward. And we'll get it up there where it needs to go. And as soon as it is, this the tag will gray out. Man, that Connie is dirty. I think it's rusty as hell. I kind of like it like that. And now we could kick this car, but it's a lot easier to do with a couple of people. I mean, it can't be done solo, of course. And there it is. We'll go ahead and train brake. Since we got some air in that car anyway. Let's go ahead and hop down. I got 62 bucks for dropping that bad boy off. Let's go ahead and disconnect. We'll cut that and we'll go ahead and ride on this. If it'll let us. My awesome fisheye zoom here. And let's go backwards here. Goodbye, slave maker and schist. Holy schist. I'm gonna start using that. Nicer way of saying, you know, certain things. All right, loco brake. Let's go back forward and get our coaches, and we'll get this train back on the road. Go ahead and cut that tag off. And we will spare the journey up through, save for a little nice area called Thomas Valley right up the road, which is pretty wide open and quite scenic. Definitely be a good place to catch some turkey grazing, picking bugs out of the grass, or some deer early in the morning or late in the day up in these parts. We're down a little bit more. We do have passengers. Bam. All right, it's time back on. Open her back up. And we will get out of Dodge. All right, there she goes. The Connie is ever closer to a garage and getting fixed. We'll watch that train round the bend there, and I'll see y'all down in the valley. And here comes the train through Thomas Valley. This has got a nice passing track for car storage, if you need to pass a coach, what have you. And it's just a nice wide open scenic area. This is deep in the mountains of western North Carolina, obviously, but there are some open areas like this as well, which is quite nice. And there they go, just around that bend up there, about another half mile is Whittier. I'm gonna need to line this sucker in to put that consolidation back in the shed. All right, now we are back in East Whittier at my home base for the time being, and the train is rounded the bend, coming through the yard back there, facing east. And the fog is settled thick in the valley, the lower regions of this area anyway. And it'll stick around until about midday generally, and then the stuff will kind of start to burn off. But we'll go ahead and pull this train forward. The passengers in the coaches will get a nice view of operations of taking a near dead engine and putting it back in the shed. Start slowing her down. Got a little too spicy. A little too spicy. Yesterday I was handling a fairly long and heavy train with an almost dead consolidation, and so I was having to be crazy on the brakes. This is not near as much, obviously. Alright, let's just get it past that switch right there. And we will uncouple. And get her back and get her boo-boo fixed. Get a band-aid. Alright, so they are currently butt to butt, obviously. So let's go ahead and line that where we need it to go. We'll go ahead and throw it in numero... Nah, we'll throw it in engine bay numero uno, number 1. So let's go ahead and click the engine we were towing. We will cut it out, un-MU it. You can see the brake there. And we will go ahead and uncouple. And let's go ahead and switch both the ankle cocks to off. And then we will go ahead and select this one, and we'll go take it in the shed. We'll go get on the foot plate up here. See how far we need to go. Definitely need this thing repaired. This is my freight workhorse. But you know, I gotta say, the starting engines aren't all that bad. I kind of wish I'd have kept the mogul and made some more money, you know. And honestly, that 10-wheeler is not half bad either. It's got some pretty decent top speed with the couple of coaches I got, and the passenger service has been working. We'll get her all the way in the shed where she's nice and cozy like. And there we go. All right, so now we got to do, let's see, repair destination. Oh, wait, you do this differently, right? Yeah, so you got to do, hold up. Waymint. Let's see, employees, forgot how to do this. Let's see. Finance, no. Milestones, no. Locations. Let's see, so we got to do East Whittier Engine Service. We're going to hire 2 peeps, $30 a day. Reputation bonus 50%. It's going to take 1 day, 8 hours. You know what? I need this thing. So we're going to go ahead and hire a couple of dudes, and they should start working on the son of a gun. So let's see. It's currently at 12%. Now let's skip an hour and see if it's any better. Nope, currently at 12%. I think all you gotta do is put it in here, because East Whittier repair track, that's in here, right? So it's spotted, East Whittier repair track, condition 12%. All right, let's go ahead and skip an hour again. We don't want to burn too much daylight here. Still says 12%. I don't recall if I'm doing this right, honestly. I mean, it is going to take a while. It said a full day. She's tenders and 7%. Dear God. Let's go ahead and set that East Whittier repair track as well. Click that. Equipment, East Whittier repair, operations, orders. All right, let's open this again. Now, locations, East Whittier Engine Service. That is currently where we are at, I believe. Yeah, so yeah, it's in the right spot. It's in the right spot. Okay. 1 day, 1 hour. So this thing should get topped off. We will continue the train and leave number 11 here. We'll continue and run on the train down through Whittier. And then we got to stop at Ayla and get some passengers as well. And then it's on to Bryson. And we've got to switch out this hardwood and Standard Oil, which is cool. I like these two industries down on the other side of Bryson. And we should have a couple of boxcars to bring back from Appalachian Hardwoods as well. All right, so on second thought, I think we might hire a couple more guys so we can get this thing back to restore and run on the main line. So we need to go back to employees, railroad, it's locations. Yeah, okay. Still not completely. There we go. Okay, so we've got, it says shop crew 0. Oh, it doesn't start till tomorrow. Fudge. All right, we'll do one more dude. Man, we're gonna be so screwed. As soon as they're done though, they're fired. You fired. All right, so let's get back over to this Chungus, little Chungus. And we need to order some more coal too, because I've been doing 14.7. Better yet, we're going to order another car and then have 2 of them suckers filled with coal. So let's go ahead and select that. We can go ahead and top this bad boy off while we are here so we don't run out. So let's go ahead and get after that. Might as well. And that about does it. We'll do that. Get a little coal in there, and then we'll top her off with water. Stop at Whittier, pick up some passengers, head on to Ayla, and then we got some switching to do down in Sylva, and we're gonna have to bring some cars back I meant to say Bryson. We're going to have to bring some cars back with us to Sylva. All right, so we are topped off with coal and water. Let us go ahead and get on down the road here. All right, the train should be rounding the bend into Whittier. We need to slow the sucker down too. It's not too long, so that should be fairly easy to do. And we got to try and squeeze both coaches right in the middle of the platform here. And we should have almost full fares. And that ought to do it right there. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on with these cars. 53 out of 60, 57 out of 60. Yep. So people are getting off, should be getting on in a minute. Let's go ahead and double check. So we're headed to Bryson and Ayla. Whittier will obviously be unlocked. Let's go ahead and click the Tuckasegee. Same deal, Bryson, Ayla, Whittier, and it's going down as well. So we've got a couple of things that we're going to have to look at here. We do have a few cars back over there. These are both going to Sylva interchange. Sometimes you'll have one car unload before the other, and it's typically behind the full car, requiring a lot of moves and switching and whatnot. I'm lazy, so generally I will let both cars empty out before I come and even touch anything. We got $100 just about for 50 fares. Nice. That sucker down there is never gonna go away. Well, Lord, it's still half full. And then we got something on the house track right here, which is, that's probably gonna need to go back in a couple hours, so I'll check that out on the way back. But I believe we are good. We got 51 out of 60 and 27 out of 60, so almost 80 passengers. We're going to carry on down to Ayla, and then on to Bryson. We got some work to do at Bryson, so let's go ahead and get this thing on the road here. All right, we made it to Bryson, and we got almost $200 for, let's see, 71 fares. So we're doing pretty darn spicy and snazzy here. Let's see what we got to haul back with us. Looks like this one is going back to the interchange, of course. And then this one is still spotted. It's almost empty. It'll probably take another day. And then these I just brought, so that's got quite a bit, and that does as well. Now, I keep forgetting that I believe this is for this tipple, I guess. I'm not really sure how this works, like if it's indefinite. It says 30 tons of coal. That thing can obviously hold a lot of dang coal in there. Cannot wait to make this my base of operations permanently. But what we'll go ahead and do is take it out of AI mode, because as you can see from the fusee that I have on the track there, and we will uncouple from the coaches, and we'll go ahead and run these two cars down to where they need to go. All right, let's go ahead and click the locomotive, put it on manual. She's in 61%. I mean, she's doing all right, but it's old. You can tell by the kind of oily, grimy sheen on there. So, okay, so we do have control. I do have it selected. Let me double check. Good deal. So let us go ahead and leave the coaches here, and we'll just go down and run around. So let's go ahead and get that closed off, and then we'll run back. All right, and there she goes, and we'll join you just on the other side of Bryson. All right, then we are working our way now through the yard after we reverse back to the yard limit through the switch, and now we're going around the coaches, which we should see. We'll go to the fireman's side here, open the door. Running through here a little quick. So what we have in the front is Appalachian hardwood and Standard Oil. Appalachian hardwood is a bit further than Standard Oil, so we'll go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll switch out this tank for Standard Oil. I don't know if it's a switch out or not, or just a simple drop off. There's your two tinny coaches. Forgot to take that fusee. I couldn't grab it as I went past, not quick enough. Another crossing there. So the more time I spend with this game, I notice little nuanced things that I might not have before. And when you're at full chat with one of these locos, you start to hear this kind of song, and it's all I hear now. It's I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a little tune, and it sticks in my head. Let me know if you notice it as well, via just the video, or if you play Railroader yourself. So here we go. We're going to get back over on the main line. We will go ahead and, well, now we'll leave the switch for now, better yet. So up ahead on the left, right past the whistle board, that's Standard Oil. In fact, you can see one of the tanks down there now. And as soon as we get close enough to it, yeah, so it's still got a ton of oil in it. So what we're doing is just dropping this one off. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, Appalachian Hardwoods is right to the right here, the extreme right track. There we go. I think a couple of those should be empty for us to take out now. Alright, and then we'll just kind of coast on down the hill as we're doing here, because it is a bit of a grade. As you can see, the speed ramping up nicely there. Go ahead and grab a little bit of air. A little bit more. let's see what we got to do here. Let's try and stop just short of the switch. All right, so what do we got? What do we got? So I guess I already did switch this out. Huh, yeah, so this one's still here. It's still got plenty, as does that one. This one's been here a while. This, oh, that thing's gonna go right there. Oh boy, but it's behind a loaded car, so I tell you what, I'm just gonna leave it because I'm lazy. I'm not gonna do too many switching. Luckily, it doesn't really matter. You know, some railroads, even to this day, they're not gonna go through the trouble and switch out a car unless completely necessary. So let's go ahead and get our switches lined up, and we'll get this car down here, and we'll try to kick it. We will try to kick it, and to do that, we are going to set, so let's go ahead and get out of this bad boy. Old tinny. I don't know if I can ever sell this thing. This thing's got me out of a pinch many a time. I've run out of coal, water with the Connie. I mean, you obviously saw it was in very bad disrepair. All right, so let's go ahead and click on the loco. We're going to set it to yard. We're going to click stop, so it's set to forward. Okay, there we go. So it's set to forward. We're going to get up here. This is the boxcar that's switching out. Let's double check those lines. And we're good here. So what I'll do is try and just kick this sucker. And to get it to roll as far as possible, I am going to slightly close the angle cock and see if that does anything, if at all. So let's go ahead and get on here and have a peek so we can see around the boxcar. With our Q key, we'll get right over as far as we can. Oh, darn tootin'. There we go. We'll ride it like that. We should be able to reach it. All right, so we'll go ahead and tell the AI in yard mode to give me 20 cars. Any minute. There we go. All right, and he gone. He ain't waste no time, does he? Wow. All right, so we'll say another 10 cars. This might be a huge disaster. So let's get past that. I'll say another 5 cars just to keep them going. And we'll go ahead and cut it. So let's turn that a bit. Let's close that. We'll hit stop and cut. Oh, it didn't go far enough. I did that horribly. All right, we got to do that again. We got to do that again. All right, let's get back up here. So that was way quicker than I thought. I left it 81% open. No friggin' wonder. All right, we'll do like 30 because it's got to hit that other car back there. All right, so forward. Give me half a car. Come on, put some stank on it. There we go. All right, so now typically the way it works, I could cut these off completely and just bottle the air, but sometimes it does weird things. So I'm going to reattach. That's 31% open. That is closed. We'll open it a little, and then we'll go a couple of cars. We'll say 5 cars. All right, so let's go ahead and start closing it off. We'll say 2 cars. Come on, come on, come on. And we'll say stop. Click it open. Stop, 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 stop. And that did not work again. So you're going to have to build some really good speed. It's still not quite there. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. All right, let's back him up. You need some good speed. Oh, I got that angle cock open. Ding dong move. All right, we'll say stop. Okay, we'll open that. We're gonna go forward now. Give me 2 cars. I'm already so far in that I'm not gonna be able to really get any speed. So we're just gonna have to shove this thing over there. We'll see if it'll shove it, because sometimes it's not gonna do too much. It's gonna be within the bounds of normal operation. You know, it does the same as far as, you know, certain speeds and things like that. All right, we should get that in there. All right, we'll say stop, and there it is. All right, so that was a massive failure, but we're going to try it with this tank car because, oh Jesus, $8 damage. Lord above. Okay, close that off. That one's still open. So let's go ahead and reverse. We'll set it to road, reverse, max speed, because it's going to follow the road speed anyway. And so with standard oil, this car here, it's actually down a pretty steep ramp, if you want to call it that, down next to the river. So we'll try it with that and see if it works a little better. But I figured closing the angle cock a bit would let you know, a lot slower of a release take place. So we'll see. All right, we're rolling now. We just got to run past that switch. That is the main line there. That's the line that actually goes over the river onto Fontana, and then Almond, and then all the way down to Andrews. Go ahead and start slowing down a little. I'll tell him 35. I'll tell him 30. I'll say 25. I'll say 20. 15, 10, 5, and stop this thing. All right, we'll run down here. That's the switch we got to throw because standard oil is down there, and as you can tell, that is one hell of a ramp. It's like straight down. That's I don't know what degrees that is, but it's a lot. It is a lot. All right, so let's get on the front of this thing and see, can we not do it again? So let's see if it lets me close a tiny bit. So as you can tell in the bottom left-hand corner, it's showing the little exclamation telling you got something wrong. And it generally, an AI will not do stuff, you know, unless. So I think with a car in front of us, it's going to say there's a train. So if there's any kind of stuff in front of you or something going on other than normal road operation, you're definitely going to want to set it to yard, set it back to forward. We'll say 10 cars. And we'll open that just a skosh. 24%. Let's see if it'll jive. Actually, I don't feel safe with that. We'll do 45. All right, so we should be going down here. All right, so we're clear for 15. He's slowing down a little. I'm going to say another 2 cars, so I'm clicking other 2 cars. Problem is, too, is I don't want this thing to go rush it down there all crazy like. All right, we'll open it. We'll say stop. Come on, keep rolling, Bubba. All right, so I got it completely closed. So it did bottle some of the darn tootin' air. I thought I had my lantern on. Well, what in the hell? Yeah, I think it was because there was already some rushing out, so it was still clamping. Let's try a little shift R action. There's a way you can push the cars. I think it's shift R, right? But sometimes it just doesn't want to do, obviously, because there's some air in there. So we'll go ahead and click the car and we'll bleed it. And there we go. Now she's rolling. So you can do that with individual cars. So yeah, the brakes were clamped. I closed it at the wrong darn time. So let's get on this sucker. Oh, dear Lord. Nope. Nope. We don't want to damage this thing. Go on, man. No. Come on now. All right. Apply the handbrake. Oh, perfect. In there like swimwear. And we got $80. All right, so it's a little bit more of a pain in the dingus when you're trying to do it on your own. I'm sure those, out there have mastered the technique already. We'll go ahead and set this back to manual, and let's get on board and back up. And we'll start getting them cuts out of Bryson. Actually, we won't, because the air pipe is wide open. I'm just venting it to the world. There we go. We can get a little wheel slip action. No, that's all right then. Okay. So we'll run down channel. I'm assuming those two tanks are going to take a while. We almost got it. We almost got it. It's a good thing there was a decline there. We'll go ahead and throw that switch back. We'll hop on the front chair. And let's run on back to Bryson. All right, so making our way back from the east side of Bryson, we've got this car that we got to pick up right here. So that is the first order of business. And as we do that and set up, I'm going to go ahead and load up the passengers because the more passengers you get at some of these stops can take a little bit of time. So if you're kind of in a hurry, trying to get things done lickety-split, you may want to go ahead and load the passengers as a first step. So we'll go ahead and get this hooked up in the very least. Nice and gentle like. And there it is. Okay, so we'll go ahead and free cam over here. We'll go ahead and click the Nanahala, or Nantahala, as some people like to say. We'll select Sylva, Dillsboro, Wilmot, and Whittier. Ayla, I just don't really see a reason to stop there, but we might as well, because if they came this way, they're probably going to want to go back as well. So we'll go ahead and click that car. Sylva, Dillsboro, Wilmot, Whittier, and Ayla, as we are already at Bryson. And geez, that thing's got 82% damage. That's got 93. I did have an absolute catastrophic event at one point where I completely destroyed this thing by accident, and luckily the autosave came in clutch and helped big time. So all right, so let's go ahead and get this thing fixed up. We'll open the door so we know she's empty. Make sure ain't no hobos in there riding for free. We'll go ahead and hook that up. Align the angle cocks. That's air. There we go. So let's go ahead and get this sucker backed up, and we'll go get them coaches. By the time we get up there, they should be just about full. All right, we'll go ahead and coast it here. Let's go on and hop out. We could get away with some independent brake or loco brake. That'll work just fine. There we go. We'll go ahead and switch that back like that. Hop on the car. Forward we go. And that's all we got to get up here. So I must have done work up here the other day I completely forgot about. Had quite a few things to change out. Mainly the lumber yard back there. But I don't know. I got to look at my contracts for Bryson. As of the last couple of days, I've been trying to keep everything close to home with Sylva, just so I don't have too far to go. And my engines have been in such poor shape that I've been trying not to do too much. If I can do a light load like I did today and bring the passenger cars, two birds, one stone, but at least we know that you know, with the passenger fares that we have gotten just from one run to the west, not even to the east, has pretty much gone ahead and paid for... What did we not open up here? It's pretty much gone ahead and paid. Oh, it's at the end. Gone ahead and paid for the repair. Oh, jeez. That was already open. Or that was the other way around, and I boo-booed it. All right, so let's see. We got everybody in the cars here. 16 out of 60 and 38 out of 60. All right, so let's go ahead and get on back. We got to stop at Ayla. We got to stop at Whittier. I will rejoin you at Whittier because we have got to do a little bit of work down at Whittier. So I will see you down there. But let's go ahead and get this thing backed up. All right, and pulling on back in to Whittier is the number 2, and this is probably still one of my more favorite areas on the map. You got a couple industries right here, this nice depot. It's just a nice area. It's kind of open, but still got a little hillside, and quite a bit you can do here. You got that logging branch right behind you, East Whittier. It's a very good choice by the developer for a good starting point. I thought it was super easy getting in the swing of things, choosing this location because in the game's infancy, this area I don't think even existed, and then they swung the operations out further and further as time went on, which was obviously a very nice choice. Let's go ahead and stop here and get these people off, and then we got a little switching to do. We'll leave the coaches right about there, so we don't block the road. All right, we got some people changing there, and we got some people changing there. So let's see what we got to do here. All right, that sucker is still there. Did we spot that? I can't remember. I've got poor memory. Right, so we got to go get them bad boys. So we're going to have to do that. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Let's go ahead and get down on the ground. Let's get off. We'll just cut them all down right here. Go ahead and close that. Pop that. Reverse. Hop down. Do a couple of runs, and we'll get back in there and grab them cars. Try and make quick work of this. This is one of the easier places to work. I tell you what, though, for whatever reason, the Ayla industries, I can't stand working them. The kind of switchback you got to do to get stuff done up in there. So I'm kind of glad a lot of those businesses don't turn out fairly quick. But then again, I think I've only got them set to tier 1. You still have multiple tiers, which come with different money, different jobs, and then better reputation, of course, if you keep to time. And I believe, the quicker you get stuff done instead of leaving stuff out, which I personally like to do, you get, a better bonus as well, which is kind of cool. All right, we'll go ahead and break that off right there. We'll go hop on a bike. And let's go get them boxcars back there. There's a bit of a hill right here for those unawares. It's not too crazy, but we'll go ahead and shove up it and then coast. And I don't recall if both of these cars are connected. We will have to see. And slow down a little bit. There we go, 5 miles an hour. By the time we hit it, ought to be close to 3. Probably not. Let's break some more. I gotta stop damaging these dang cars because it's money out of your pocket. Alright, so those are tied on. That's good. Let's check the back here. If I can get on the dang dock. That is closed. We are gravy. Let's go ahead and get these doors open. Go ahead and hook that up. That's open. That's open. All right, let's go ahead and get this sucker moving forward. And start using the train brake, of course. And we will hop on the back of here. So I'm gonna have to try and plan this out thoughtfully, which is hard to do for a smooth brain such as myself. So we know we got those pulpwood cars, which are big money. I cannot wait to buy a couple more of those cars that haul the pulpwood. I think they're two in the same. I don't think it matters which car you get, to be honest. But I need to get some more of those bulkheads. 50 tons each. That ought to do it right there. So let's think. I don't mind having some cars on the back and the front. You know, I can still get stuff done front and back. But we do have some work to be done in Dillsboro. And then, trying to think. We do have to pull those pulp cars. So I can throw the pulp cars on the back of these coaches, because I know those are all going to Sylva. Hell, everything's going to Sylva. So it doesn't really matter how we do it. I'm just trying to think of the easiest, most fluid manner playing alone, which makes things, you know, a little tougher sometimes. But we'll see what we can do. So let's go ahead and run this forward here. Oh, not reverse, forward. Nope, we do want reverse. There we go. Oh no! Son of a biscuit! Son of an absolute cheddar biscuit. All right, let's go back forward. I thought I threw that switch. See, this is why my railroad is in the shape that it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get more forward. All right, throw some air down. Go ahead and flop that back over. I was thinking of the switch ahead. Man, you got to think of the one right in front of you. They say plan ahead, but you got to plan in your face too. All right, here we go. Let's get her rolling. It's gonna be a pretty good amount of weight for this old tinny. Now the problem is I don't want to get my coaches and rail cars mixed, because if I'm having to use this thing while the consolidation is getting repaired, I'm generally going to want to leave the coaches somewhere and not have to drag them around. Plus I might not have room on some of the stubs, so on and so forth. So I think we will, let's see, yeah, I reckon that's what we'll do. So we will actually drop the coaches off, where we pick up those. Shit, did I? Good Lord above. I thought I switched that, man. I ain't paying attention. It pays to pay attention. All right, so yeah, what I think we'll do is we'll leave the coaches out on the main line when we go pick up that cordwood, and then make sure the coaches are on the very, very back. That way, when I got to get to Dillsboro and then all the way back to Sylva, then it won't be too much of an issue, you know, moving stuff around. So let's go ahead and get rigged up here. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and set it reverse so I don't forget. And let's tie it off. Open them up. Do a little test. Looking good. All right, let's go ahead and get out of Whittier, and I'll see you down where we pick up the cordwood, which should get us a pretty good sized payday, because this is only my second run with that cordwood. I think they call it cordwood in this game, I forget. And the first time I didn't realize how much it filled out. And so I think I took 2 half-loaded cars back to Sylva like a dum-dum, and I still got paid quite a bit of money. So I'm interested to see what 2 actual full cars are going to pay out this time, but I'll see you down there. All right, well, we made it back to Dillsboro, but I had blinders on. I was blinded by the fact that we desperately needed water. I should have gotten it in Whittier, but I did not, alas. So I was worried about getting to Dillsboro, which is the next spout, which is currently where we are. We just got $67 for 29, almost 30 fares. So this is the little spur where that cordwood is, or whatever the heck it's called in Railroader. I keep forgetting. That's a couple miles back up the road. So I figure what we're going to do anyway is we'll go ahead and cut off. Where the heck are we at? We're at the Cowie Tunnel. Yikes. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and get back to Dillsboro. We are in a boxcar. Help. What the hell? Okay, let's close that back. So, well, no, it's going back to the interchange. So let's go ahead and get that open. Let's see, how much stuff's in there? Quite a bit. So we got some swappage to do. We still got to drop these 2 cars off. So we will go ahead and leave the coaches here. So let's close that. Set it back to manual. We are in reverse now. A little bit of juice, push it back. And let's go ahead and run on back to the switch yonder. Let's get rid of that fusee, which someone looked it up and told me that it is fusee and not fusee. I guess it's a derivative of a French word, and it's not just a flare. It's got sort of like a spike, so you could spike them into the railroad ties and whatnot. I never knew what the heck a fusee was. I feel like I've seen the name, but I did not have much of a clue. All right, so we'll go ahead. How much water we got? 1,100 gallons. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. We got to get these 2 cars back here and put them where they need to be. So let's get on this car here. We will hook back up. The one in the back goes in the back in between a couple of different cars, which sucks. But it's got to be done. Drop-offs, you know, I am worried about. The poles that go back to the interchange, I can let them sit until they're all empty. But we do want to get the drop-offs on time. Just a little scooch more, and there it is. All right, let's go ahead and tie it up. Open that cack. All right, we're lined where we need to go, so we got to switch out this tank car down here. So let's go ahead and continue forward. And what we got to do is bring that tank car out of there, because it's in the way naturally. And the box car on the back of the train we're pushing is going back there. So we're going to pull that out, throw it right here, bring the train back, switch again, and then do what needs to be done. And then after that, we're going to do this. We can actually just shove that other box car all the way back there with all 3. And I'll just leave them for the time being, even though that one's due to go back to the interchange. So we should make somewhat quick work out of this. I'm interested to see what this is going to look like when there's an actual yard here, because You know, I don't know if the yard's going to go here. I would imagine it would. And then there's like an engine shed as well. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that pans out. I'll go ahead and throw her in reverse. Yes, I am not tied on. But let's go ahead and close that off. We'll click the car. We will bleed it. And we'll try that kicking technique again, although we might not want to, seeing as how I really don't want it to go that far. You know, if you're just spotting a car, that's fine. But it just means we're gonna have to go further to get the dang thing. So let's go ahead and get back on. Let's get over here actually on the ladder. And I did switch that switch back, right? Don't want to make that mistake again. All right, so forward. Wipe off the air. And we'll try and hit that handbrake. So we'll give it a bunch of juice. Come on. Come on, bunch of juice, bunch of juice. And cut it. And we'll do that and that. And we'll let it roll. Let it roll, let it roll. Come on, keep rolling, dang it. Come on, momentum. Momentum. Come on, keep going. Couple more feet, couple more feet. Clear the ties. There it is. Tie the handbrake down. And there it is. All right, so we kinda, sorta successfully did it that time. All right, so we need to reverse a bit more, sadly. There we go. That ought to do it now. There's that. Forward. Go ahead and give it a little shove. Alright, we are lined and locked. That one's going there. Now with this one, that's pretty short back there, so I'm not going to try and shove this one. We're going to get it right where it needs to go because there's not too much dang room back here. That sign should gray out any minute. Man, we got to go get some water for that thing. It's almost under 1,000 gallons, and like I was saying earlier, the more... Boom, there we go. The more your engine is damaged and in disrepair, you're gonna need to get it repaired because it will use steam a lot, you know, poorly than it would were it new. All right, there we go. Break that one off, and we're gonna go back and grab our tank. Oh, shnikes. I did the wrong dang car. Or did I? No. Okay, locust pin, that's behind us there. Let me double check. Yeah, that's behind us. Jeez. It scared me. I got scared. Alright, here we go. And once we get that tank, we will try and kick it. I'll just try and operate the loco via manual. Alright, grab some air. Grab a bit more. Throw that switch back. And we're going forward. Alright, let's get back on there. Gotta shove this thing, man. What I wouldn't give for an extra little spur. Alright, 4.5 miles an hour. Let's grab a little air. A little more than I wanted. That ought to do nicely though. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that closed. We'll release that handbrake. So that is released. Okay. We'll jump over here like a kangaroo, like a railroading kangaroo. Let's pull that back. And grab some iron. Just enough. Okay, so where is this thing going here? Let's see. All right, so back forwards. Release it. Bail it. A little bit of juice. We don't want to go too crazy. And we're going to see if we can't get this darn thing where it needs to be. So let's climb up on the boxcar here. So it's basically right at the edge of the curve. So let's build some speed. Alright, power off. Brake, uncouple. And there it is. Wheel. No. Did I apply? Did I apply it? There we go. There we go. There we go. Money. We did it. All right. Feels good, man. All right. Let's get these back out of here. We got one more to switch back here at Locust Pen Co. So let's get that out of the way. Yeah, bigger yards and bigger tracks would be a lot more optimal for stuff like that. I'm going to line this back up in case I need to run around, which is very plausible. We'll do that. Then our next shot is right here. We're going to throw that Locust Pen Co. boxcar right in yonder. Oh, we need water. We need water. We got enough coal to get back to Sylva, but we definitely need to get some water just in case. All right, that sucker's going right there. All right, and forward. Brake released. A little bit of juice, and we'll try and get wild again. Let's get on the ladder. We will close that. We will close that. If I can grab the dang thing, there we go. Let's click on that. Let's bleed it. Oh, already is. Okay, good deal. So we'll leave it open a tiny, tiny bit. All right, power off. Brake. Come on, keep going, baby. Keep going. No. That sucked. Okay, let's try this then. Train is stopped. Let's click the car. Let's bleed it. So it's closed. Let's try and shove this thing down here. See how far we can take it here. So I believe it's Shift R. You just got to stand behind it. No, we don't want to get on the ladder. No, don't want to be on that. It's very slow. Very slow. And you got to sit there and jam the R over and over again. But if you get on, it'll kind of stop its momentum. So it is rolling. But it's kind of... I wish there was a deal to where if you're hitting Shift R, which is same as re-rail, then it won't, it'll disallow you to, get on the car, climb a ladder or something like that. Let's see how far we got to push this dang thing. It's got a pretty good amount of momentum. I remember trying this initially and forgot I had brakes applied. And I'm like, why isn't the dang thing moving? And there it is. That's gravy right there. It's just in that. So I think that will do. So let's go ahead and open that angle cock back up. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? So we're going to have to shut that handbrake down. Totes forgot about that. All right, let us go get our coaches. And then we're going to grab some water, and I'm thinking we need to go get those I'm thinking we need to go ahead and go get those those bulkhead cars. So we could, yeah, I don't want to risk it without the water. That'd be kind of dumb because it's going quick. So we are going to get water, and then I reckon we can go down and then move those coaches out of the way and then go get the pulp, since everything is going, because we're going to have to figure out a way to make the train up so we don't have to do too many moves once we do get back to Sylva, because that would not be extremely fun. Alright, so let's get in the back of the Tindar so we can see where the water is. I had an issue earlier trying to put water in this thing. The spout just refused to drop. So let's double check and make sure nothing funky's going on this time. We are going to have to shove those coaches out the way a little bit. Alright, we are in there. Alright, let's go ahead and hook them up. Alright, we got to go forward a bit. Let's see if we can't get some water in there this time. I did open the flap. Yeah, nope. There we go. Jump shot. Nailed it. There we go. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so it is now working. So we got to go down there and get them bulkheads. So I'm thinking we will push the whole train down, but I'll push the train just beyond the stub. I'll drop the coaches off, back up, grab the wood, and then we'll pull back, grab the coaches again. Just so I don't have to do too many moves here, and we can just run right through. We should have enough coal. We got 2.2. That should give us plenty of energy for what we need to get done. Because the problem with me and being down here and kind of the dumb move I feel like I made coming to Sylva is the fact that I have nothing down here as far as repair, you know, energy, nothing. So I have to go to Whittier, the middle of the map, for that. So I'm having to really plan what I do here. All right, there we go. That's out of the way. Let's stow that. Let's close the lid. And let's get on down yonder. These people in the coaches are going to be like, what in tarnation? Why are we going this way? We're supposed to be going to Sylva. Alright, so let's get on down there. 2.2, we should have plenty of energy. What I will do is get on the roof like a dummy. I'm going to click that. Select orders. Road. Forward. Max speed. Now I'm going to go to the map. And we'll click down on the spur. There's our beautiful cars of wood. And we will put our flare right there, which should give us plenty of room. And then we can go ahead and back up and pick those cars up right here. It's going to take a minute to get down here, so we'll kind of fast forward a bit by the magic of my poor editing skills. I do like this old truck here, though. This is the only thing I've seen so far like this. Now, it's not the most high-res thing in the world, but you don't really notice it flying past. But it's cool that it's there. But I would like to see a lot more stuff like that. Maybe some old Model T, some more old trucks. Maybe some, you know, some folks on horses, some wild animals and things like that. That would be really cool to see. But anywho, so we'll let the train get on down here, and I'll see you in a second. All right, we're down here at the little stub for the pulp wood. Here comes the train. I have it set to AI. Let's see if it stops nicely. Come on, clear that switch, man. Clear that switch. Oh, that is plenty. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and do some more AI workage. We'll go ahead and set that down to 0. Let's get rid of the fusee. Let's cut these coaches. We'll do yard, reverse, 20 cars. Give it to me. It's a lot more than 20 cars, but if you do certain amounts of cars, you won't build much momentum. It just takes longer, so. Now we'll go ahead and say 2, 1. Come on, all the way, Bubba. No, son of a biscuit. All right, one more car. Jump the gun. Come on. So in the meantime, I did have $4,300. I paid some of my loan down. And in speaking, as a matter of right now, by the time you see this on YouTube, hopefully, there has been a new update as well, which adds a $5,000 loan amount and a bunch of other things, just general bug fixes. So I can't wait to take a look at that. As soon as I get done with this, I might actually save, and then we'll load back in and see what that's like. All right, so forward 10 cars. I got the switch set. Let's go ahead and hop on the back here. All that glorious, glorious wood. All right, we'll say 2 car. One car. No, come on, man. I still haven't figured out the precise controls for using the yard. I'm always thinking it's much greater than what it actually is when I'm clicking these buttons. All right, there we go. So that's in there. Go ahead and get these tied up. We'll open that. That one should be open. That one down there should be open as well. Of course, you can look on the HUD, which I always forget to do. All right, reverse. 20 cars. Give it to me. I'll hop on the back of this bad boy. Truck must be broke down. Probably hauling moonshine, considering where we are. Alright, still speeding up, 7 miles an hour. We'll go ahead and tell him 5 car. Go ahead and tell him 2 car, 1 car, half a car, stop. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and go on back and get our coaches. We can go ahead and set it for road, even though we have a train up there. If we didn't have a train behind us, we could set it for roads. But I'm going to leave it on yard for now, set it to forward. It is forward, right? I always forget the direction of the locomotive. And we'll say 10 cars just to get some momentum, some inertia. And then we are going to make our way down on to Sylva. This thing's starting to get heavy. Almost 330 tons. We've got almost 100 passengers that we got to get down to Sylva, which will be the last stop for the day. It is almost 1,300 hours, or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go ahead and say 2 car, 1 car, half a car, and stop. Little bit quicker than I wanted, but that'll do. All right. Go ahead and open that up, and we are ready to roll. So let's go ahead and make our way back. and we'll get down to Sylva, and we have got quite a bit of work to do. And so I'll go ahead and set this thing up for AI while I go make my lunch, and hopefully when I'm done making my lunch, I'll come back and we'll be in Sylva, and we can finish off what we are doing. So I'll go ahead and set it to road, reverse, max speed. She gonna be able to handle it? Why are we going forward? Is this thing gonna handle it? Oh dear Lord. It's only 400 ton. Come on, old girl. Still got 2 tons of coal. We should have plenty to do in Sylva. Plenty. With what we gotta do in Sylva anyway. So we got 2 at the back. And then 2 at the front. We're gonna have to smack them together. We've got a pretty sizable yard and run around in Sylva that we can do some work with. And what I'm gonna do is when we run through Dillsboro, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them 2 coaches there since I don't need them. Well, actually, I lied. I'm gonna leave them in Sylva. So I'll leave them in Sylva. That way the passing track straight through is good to go. And then we will rejoin at Sylva, putting the cars where they need to go. Alright, we have made it to Sylva, end of the line for the passengers on board, and the interchange is not too far up the road there. Let's see if we can get it stopped. It's still hard trying to judge where these fusees can go. Probably could have thrown it a bit further. Let's see how far it goes. Oh, that might be on the money. Yes. Okay. Okay, orders. Go ahead and shut her down. Alright, let's get these peeps off the train, and that is the passenger service done for the day. Go ahead and get that fusee removed. And then we will go ahead and cut these coaches off where they lie. Open that cupola boopola. And oh, it's still in manual, or it's not in manual mode, it's in road mode. So let's go ahead and get them out of here. And that's gonna run on down to Sylva. 19, 18. Alright, let's slow it down. I'm going to give the train time to get down there. I'm going to go ahead and throw this switch down here because I'm obviously going to run by here later. And then I'll get ready to throw this switch once that's passed. Go ahead and hop back on. And we might not be good with the coal. We might be in a lot of trouble. I may be stranding myself here. $215. Woo! Hell yeah. Alright, yeah, passenger do be paying a lot. So this thing might be stranded by the friggin' sticky keys, I swear to God. By the time I'm done doing this. So we got to pick up this car. That's kind of a challenge getting over there. They've got to take these 2 cars and then these 2 cars here as well. And then that is the whole kit and caboodle. So I'm going to go ahead and just push these all the way down, shall we say. I probably could have grabbed those. So we're going to push these all the way back. And I'm actually going to set them back here. Reason being is I totally forgot the lumber in the front goes over there. So let's go ahead and line this track. Good. Good. Not good. Now it is good. Okay, so yeah, that's what we'll do. I will drop off the rear cars back there. Let's see if we can clear that switch here in time. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and go back. We'll throw that switch. Let's go take our lumber where it needs to go. I actually don't have to leave these cars here at all. But what the heck? It'll be easier. It don't matter. I'm gonna have to come back here and get them anyway, so it really does not matter. So I shall go ahead and leave them here if I can get out of the cab. Trapped. All right, shut that off. Close that off. And let us run forward. We will set it manual for now. Forward. There we go. And let's go get on the front and see where we need to go here. Hopefully I can get all this stuff done with the remaining coal that I have left. East Sylva. I kind of want to take, so I'm gonna make some money overnight, and when I'm done swapping these cars out, right? I don't know yet quite how much, but I would imagine somewhere within the ballpark of about $1,000, and I kind of want to open either the Dillsbury yard or the engine service. Now I have no clue. It'd be nice having a little extra detail, if I'm completely honest. Obviously engine shed is what it is, just like it's called, but I don't know, you know, if that's going to open up an extra water spout possibly, or you know, something like that. Get up on it. Come on, dang it. On the car. There we go. Hopefully. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet Jesus. Alright, so yeah, that's over there. Trying to figure out where that's at. So I don't know if that's going to be complemented with, you know, a coaling tower at all. So, alright, we're going to the left. There it is. Because that's the main thing. I need coal down here. That's kind of my biggest issue right now. I don't mind the drive, honestly. Like, it's, you know, it's a good little run, and you got plenty of stuff. You know, Sylva's got its own things going on down here for sure. All right, let's go ahead and drop these off. All right, open that up. Close that. Revoice. And peel the air. These are in the right spot. Yeah, okay. So there's a car that I have to pick up around there, and I think you can go around. So let's see here. I believe you can. Yeah, you can do this. You can do that. Et voila, there it is. Yeah, so that's our car. That's one of the cars we got to pick up right there. So we will absolutely do that. So let's go ahead and line these out. That's straight. And then this is the only one we got to worry about. And then we can go grab that car. We will have a car in the front, but once we get into the interchange and the yard back there, I can just run it around on the end. It's not the end of the world. 1.5 tons of coal. Come on. I mean, at the very least, I've got to be able to get this done. And then if I have to wait a day, you know, a lot of customers aren't going to be happy. But those be the breaks, basically. I should go left. And then we'll run around and grab that car up yonder. Now we've got those two there. And then those two there as well. Generally don't want to go over about 30 over any of these turnouts or switches. Stuff can get funky, especially when you start hearing the flange squeal when you're on the train itself. That's kind of why it pays to do first person, and you hear it, you know you might be in trouble. You might want to slow down a hair. Alright, we'll go ahead and throw some air down like that. Run back there and get that. Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Holy crap! I hit the wrong slider deal. Alright, so reverse. Go back here and get this car. Man, they go through some coal, man. I swear I dropped this thing off before I started recording, and we got out of Sylva. I think we started in Dillsboro. There we go, got him. We'll tie them together. We'll open that up. We'll go forwards. Now we don't have too much room, so we got to be careful here. Don't have too much room to play with. There we go. That'll do. Alright, scrape back. Next order of business is these two cars here. Make sure that's lined up properly. So yeah, I'm kind of confused as to what I want to do. I want to buy, you know, I definitely want to buy some more pulpwood cars, but I also want to open up Dillsboro so I'm not, you know, then you got at least 3 out of 4 areas that I feel like I'm going to section the entire line, the whole Murphy branch, in like 3 zones. So then I would have stuff, you know, here, far east as you can go, and then of course at Whittier, and then of course at Bryson. So beyond Bryson, all the way down to Andrews. But the big junction down there has a big shed as well, or it can. At least it does in sandbox mode, so I'm assuming it will once you build it out and all that good stuff. All right, there we go. We are getting some wires. Now we just got to pull forward. And then grab 2 more cars. We'll just use the loco brake to slow us down a bit. There we go, shut him down. Let's go ahead and hop on the back of Chow. So the only way out of here is back, or the way we came. I felt like this yard and these industries could be a little tricky, but you know, you get used to them pretty quick. Alright, so them two, I think what I'll do is just go down, back all the way out, throw them on the front, and then I will put our train together once we get in the yard down there. All right, we've got everything out of the immediate Sylva. We'll call it the yard. It's kind of the industry area. So we got 3 in the back, 3 in the front. We got 2 more still behind us, and then we'll have to put that together. Well, we actually don't. We can just leave 2 cuts at the interchange, and they should grab whatever. All right, here comes the complete order for the interchange. So we're going to take that track on the right, and we'll cut the back. We'll run around with the front, and then we'll cut those cars as well, as long as I get the locomotive out of the way. Because I haven't tried it, nor do I want to. But, you know, I don't know if leaving the locomotive in the mix is going to cause issues or anything like that. So I generally like to get it the heck out of the way. So we'll go ahead and cut that there. We'll leave the rears. Woo, we just got paid. All right, let's cut this. Let's go forwards. We're going to run down here. Man, can you imagine railroaders, especially back in the day, having some insane bionic speed like that? You know, just the absolute sheer running speed and muscle power and things like that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and throw it in reverse. Bleed it. We're straight through, or charge it anyway, not bleed it. And we're going to run this sucker straight through. And I tell you what, we'll get wild about it, and we'll try to kick them. We'll try to kick them. Oh God, and I'm dead. Yep, I just died. Alright, so let's take a little peekaroni. There we go. Take a little peekaroni that way. That should be plenty. So I'll go ahead and open that. We'll close that. We'll break it off. Hello? Why is it not? Apply? Jeez. There we go. Man, I thought I still had the power on the locomotive. I got worried for a minute there. All right, let's go check this switch. Yeah, that's a good thing I did. We'll bring it straight on through. Yeah, we were rolling at the same speed. I'm really surprised the air didn't come screaming out of there. All right, so there's that. Yes, we are out of the interchange. 2 cuts of cars. Time to take a nap. Our day is done. It's midday. We got the rest of the day to do whatever the heck, which ain't too shabby. I do have the time set to 1 to 1, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. It is set by 2 to 1 by default. Right, current finances balance $4,054. We still have $6,000 in arrears we got to pay. Now, what do we do? So we've got the Dillsboro engine service. Now, is that going to have coal? Water? I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Or the yard. Build a yard at Dillsboro. I'm thinking engine service. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we sent the payment. Balance is now $300. So we're dirt bleeding poor now. Let's see if it went ahead and did anything here. Hot diggity damn, guys, it did. So this is one of those things you don't have to wait for. Some of the milestones you do. And ho, baby. Yes. Epic. Absolutely epic. Okay, I did not know this was going to be a thing. So we got a big old chunk in coal tower, 38 tons. Still got to bring some coal into it. Got a water and a little tiny baby roundhouse. Hell yes. I think that's probably one of the best decisions old Shiny Bonbons made while playing Railroader Atoll. So we still got our other engine up there taking a nap. Let's go ahead and Control T on the map, back to that. So now, let us sleep. See if we go into debt. Oh dear Lord, we just have money. $569. Still at 6,000. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so wavy bar deal. All right, Sylva interchange got 7 cars. Reputation's gone down a bit, which sucks. That's not really fair. I think I kind of busted my ass here. East Whittier, $60 for 4 shop workers. Let's go see what's going on with that. We did get payment from Sylva Paperboard P2 for delivery of 100 tons at $330, dude. So you get a couple more cars, you're looking at $1,000, slapping $1,000 each time. A cool foul. So let's see what we got here. Paperboard, Ayla House. Ugh. I can't wait till that contract. In fact, that's a house track. That's never going to run out, so that kind of stinks. I really just don't like serving Ayla. Then Bryson, Appalachian Hardwoods, and Hardwoods. So we got a pretty good cut set out ahead of us. Let's go and check on the old Connie. See how she's doing. She's looking a little better. Yeah, she's got some color back in her cheeks. Condition 90%. Guys, I tell you what, I think we can go ahead and fire these dudes because I think 90% will be all right. But I believe that is going to be for next time, guys. Just a continuation of my playthrough of this epic game called Railroader, which I certainly enjoy very, very much. But that's it for now. Next time, we're going to see what's going on with that new freight house and the roundhouse and all that good stuff we built at Dillsboro. So we'll be able to move some more cars around, which will be very nice. And then we'll grab a couple more contracts at Sylva and see what's going on there, and try and buy some new pulp bulks, so we can start making those fat, girthy, gordo, chunky stacks of cash so I can buy another locomotive. Because this stuff's starting to get heavy. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.